Welcome back to the channel, guys. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. What a match it was for two of our Nigerian Super Eagles players, Iwobi and Bassey, combining beautifully well to annihilate Manchester United. Annihilate in the sense, not in the sense of scoring too many goals, but in the sense of actually, you know, shattering the dreams of Manchester United in their home ground. In the theater of dreams, it is really massive. And to be honest, these guys, just give them the credit, especially Iwobi. Yeah, to think that just a few days ago he was a little bit depressed, because of what he was told, all the lashing out, all the bullying on the internet and all of that. Coming back strong from all of those things and perform today. Of course, it's something really massive. Apologies to all Manchester United fans who are, the followers and who are, in our community right here. But of course, we obviously need to support our Nigerian Spikes players. That's what the channel is about, And of course, that's the more reason why, we have to stick with our national teams and leave all these club side, really, because they break our hearts, and it's inevitable, obviously. I feel like you're in a much safer place or much safer space when you're supporting the national team, and you're not really interested in club. Not like you're not interested, but you're not siding anyone at all. But it is what it is. Man, you obviously losing out in that one. The first goal actually came from Iwobi Bassey through the free kick from what's his name? That former Manchester United guy. He played that one. Iwobi Bassey, went for the ball, hit it the first time, he took a deflection, and he hit the second one, which was by far, nowhere near this man, Onana. And then, of course, Maguire got the equalizer in the 89th minute, and it felt like Man U were actually going to go away with 1 point from this game, or even press, to actually get the win. But Iwobi just closed the chapter with that 97th minute goal. That was like few seconds. It was the last minute of the added time, and what a win it was for them. We're happy for them, of course. And today was a day that really favored our Nigerian Spikes players. Aside from the likes of Iwobi and Iwobi Bassey, we've also seen a lot of goals and assists, coming in from Nigerian Spikes players in their respective clubs. Saw with the likes of Dresser actually getting 2 goals, as Rangers, played out a 5-0 win in their Scottish League. Dresser is actually getting 2 goals, in a 5-0 mauling of Hearts in the Scottish Premier League. And of course, he continues his fine form, now having scored 12 goals in the league alone, and scored around a total of 16 goals for all competition. And this guy is a player to watch. I'd like to see this guy called back to Nigerian Spikes camp, because he is such a special player. He has been consistent for throughout this season, and it was such a shame that we couldn't bring him to the AFCON. And even though he came to even if we brought him to the AFCON, I do not think that he would have had a chance to play. But of course, great lad there, great goal. He's going to fire Rangers to that Scottish Premier League. I'm sure of this. They're edging close to, lifting that trophy, and we are happy for him. Happy for Dresser. He got 2 goals today. Great one for him. And of course, moving on, we saw Dennis Emmanuel actually getting a goal. After a while. For his Watford side. Of course, he's on loan at Watford from Nottingham Forest, but he actually inspired them for some moments. Today, after he got the first goal of the match against Huddersfield. But it was such a shame because he couldn't finish that one. He was later taken off because of injury in the 59th minute or thereabout, and the worst thing happened after he was substituted. Watford kind of slacked a little bit, and they began to mess up a little bit. And before the end of the game, they actually conceded 2 more goals, to lose that one. But what a fine display it was for our man right there, Dennis. Of course, he's now scored 2 goals for Watford in just as many as 4 or 5 games right now. and that shows you that Watford is a club, of his heart. Whenever he comes to Watford, he tends to really, play with his heart. Of course, you know that he had, flourished before, I think 2 or 3 years ago in Watford, and right now he's on loan. He's trying to, he's trying his best to actually help these guys come back to maybe the Premiership, but it's like a far cry right now because these guys are nowhere near, qualification to the Premiership next season. I think they are around the mid-table right now, 11th position or thereabouts. But lots of lots of things to play this season for Emmanuel Dennis and Watford. If for anything, for the fact that he needs to really shine very well for for another club to actually see him by the end of the season, or for him to have a chance from Nottingham Forest when he returns, because his season, how his season turns out in Watford will actually determine his future going forward. But let's leave that one aside. Also, Moses Simon was inspirational for his Nantes side, of course, today, as he provided an assist for their narrow victory 1-0. They actually won against Lorient. It was a difficult game, and topped with the fact that they actually went to Lorient home and won them 1-0. Thanks to an assist from Moses Simon. Moving on, guys, I can talk about a whole lot of Nigerian players who shone like a million stars today, in their respective clubs. But let me leave that one, guys, and give you a little bit about what's happening with Nigerian national team. Of course, we know that contract situation is still red hot at the moment, and I mentioned in the previous videos that this week is going to be the week that we obviously might get to know whether Peseiro signs or not. But Peseiro is in the news right now. It's not about whether he's signed or not. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that he and NFF are still discussing contract issues, contract negotiations. Nothing has been decided right now, but they are deep into talks, and we know, of course, that Peseiro might actually decide to sign because things are looking very likely. But he may also not sign. But the thing is, Algeria were red hot on Peseiro's trail, but right now it feels like they've now prioritized the employment of what's his name, Vladimir Petrovic, ahead of Peseiro. So it seems very likely that Peseiro might not get that job, and that might make him to decide to stay and continue with Nigerian Spikers. But that's not what one legend of the Nigerian football. Christian Chukwu is in the news, and he's now said that Nigerian NFF should not retain Peseiro. He doesn't want that to happen. He feels that Peseiro is not the man that has what it takes, to coach the Nigerian Super Eagles or to extend beyond what he has already stated. Christian Chukwu feels that, yes, the guys played very well in AFCON, and then Peseiro did his best, did his part and all of that, but Christian Chukwu actually feels that the guys individually were the ones that made the difference. It wasn't Peseiro's brilliance. It wasn't Peseiro's intelligence in terms of coaching. So Christian Chukwu believes that the guys were the ones that made the magic happen, not Peseiro using his coaching brilliance or tactical ingenuity to manufacture what really happened. He believed that the guys brought out their hearts. You see me, playing like lion, the Moses Simon running like rats or here and there, making things happen. All of those guys, he believes that these guys were really the ones that actually made the things that we saw in AFCON happen, not the coach. So for this reason, he believes that the coach should go, and we'll get someone else, possibly a home-based coach that can really shape the Super Eagles in the way that we want to play, because the way we played against Ivory Coast, he specifically was looking at that we didn't really play like the Nigeria we used to know. We were just defending. We weren't playing any tactics, and he felt that it was such a shame for Nigeria, a big country like we are, to actually go and start defending against Ivory Coast in the final. So he feels that this man is not the man for the future. But that's the update, guys. Thank you for catching this one. As always, react to whatever story that you feel connected to, and of course, guys, thank you for catching the video. Subscribers of the channel, kudos to all of you. I love you guys so much, and Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Until I catch you in my next video, stay tuned and bye bye.